Depressing TG stories. Grab a wee blanket and a wee cup of tea, and let's have a good old cry, guys.
Let's treat this as a warning. Will we do that? We'll treat this as like a what not to,
yes.
And let's just treat this as something that, let's hope it never happens to us, you know? Also, by the way, we got that Kickstarter. Check it out. I know you're probably sick of hearing about it, but we kind of have to.
Limited time.
It's a limited time.
Guys.
If you don't want it, you don't want it. But if you do want it, you've only got this much time, and then you will have it.
Yeah.
So anyway, look, let's jump into this, will we?
20 years ago, me as a young teen, have a group of friends that game constantly. Have a younger brother who wants nothing more than to game with us. We let him join when we're low on players, but an obvious problem arises. Every character he makes is just about a carbon copy of mine. Always the same race, class, alignment, etc. as me. His character attempts to become the apprentice of mine, regardless of whether my character has any leadership designs. Unless I specifically block him, most of the time his character is related to mine in some way too. Despite all this, he's not actually a bad role player, and for his age, has a shocking grasp of the rules. He's just plagued with this crutch. Naturally, it pisses me off to no end. The group goes from finding it amusing to falling in step with me and getting irritated. I lead everyone in constantly ridiculing him and start discluding him from games. This treatment continues until I graduate. The past few years, run a weekly game with my wife, some friends, work associates, etc. Brother lives nearby. Life hasn't been kind to him. No steady job. His wife left him and took his kid a few years back. He never tried to get back out there and date after her. Constantly prod him to join us and he always politely declines. Encourage him towards meeting the females in the group. Unattractive gamer girls, but still. To no result. Try reminding him how imaginative and good he was at the game, to no result. Finally try some light teasing about how he could make a clone of one of my NPCs. Brother gets this familiar stricken look in his face I hadn't seen in years and completely forgot. Same look he'd get all those years ago when I'd lead the charge in teasing him in front of the group. Realise that I'm the reason he doesn't play, and that those years of fun I remember were just constant reminders of rejection for him. Rejection from his big brother, when all he wanted to be was like me. I'm gonna cry.
That's not even depressing. That's actually what an absolute appalling human being. Like, you know what? So, well, you know what? I might actually talk about this because I've never talked about it on YouTube. So I have an older brother, and I absolutely cannot stand him. Like, I really don't like him at all. And he's tried to, so pretty much, to give you the rundown, pretty much he was horrible to me my entire life. Like, I mean, not just like the way siblings get on. I mean, just downright nasty. You know what I mean? Really horrible relationship. And I honestly, the best thing that I think he ever did was he moved over to England for work. I just couldn't deal with him. And so when did it start? I think whenever you were pregnant, was it? He started trying to talk to us again. And
well, first of all, we got married and we didn't get even a congratulations.
Right, so the thing was, Megan was always the one being like, oh, James, why don't you not try and like get on with him or whatever? I was like, no, honestly, I don't want to. I don't want to know him. You know what I mean? I don't want anything to do with him. Very happy to not have anything to do with him. My life's actually so much better. Him not about, it's only improved. You know what I mean? And so Megan was always like, oh, come on, like, easy brother. You know what I mean?
I think because I'm so close with my family, I couldn't grasp it.
Yeah. So you go for it. Do you want to tell?
I got pregnant with Ozzy, and then you got like a letter.
Oh yeah, I got this fucking weird...
It was meant to be an apology letter, but it was so condescending and so narcissistic.
It really was. And you know the thing was, it's like he didn't have any understanding of
an apology.
Yeah, he had no understanding of what it was all about. You know what I mean?
And anytime he's over, he wants to try and meet up with James or with Ozzy.
No.
And stuff. And it's like, James is like, no, I'm not having my kid around him. I'm not having my son around you.
You know, again, it's one of those ones, I think there's going to be a lot of people and they're going to say, oh, you know, it's like, honestly, no. That's just...
You pick who you're friends with, you can't pick your family.
So yeah, there you go. If you're horrible to the people around you, do not expect them to be there for you or whatever. You know what I mean? Look, it's your choice on how you want to behave in the world. You know what I mean? And let's be serious. A lot of the time, it takes so much more effort to be nasty than it is to just get on with someone and just be like, right, man, how you getting along? Yeah, sure, whatever. The amount of effort it takes to actually be like genuinely nasty
to people. Yeah.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Anyway, look, let's keep going. That one's not depressing, it's more Legion, Justin, to be honest with you.
Middle-aged man hanging out in game store at the very least every single time I come to visit. Doesn't talk much, doesn't play the usual games. The one time I asked him what he likes to play, he pulled out a deck of playing cards and asked in a very broken English if I'd like to play gin or casino. Still, the owner never had a problem with him. He kept to himself. He did spend a little money. Not on games though. He would solely buy those terrain/building parts for miniature games. I don't play them myself. I'm a hex and chit.
Yeah.
An RPG guy, not sure what the proper term is there for literally years, sitting at this one table, building away. One day announces to everyone in the shop that he's finished. Wants everyone to come over and see. More animated than anyone's ever seen him. Well, it turns out he's from Iraq, and he's gotten a visa after the invasion. And he'd been spending a lot of his free time and money making a model of his hometown.
Oh my god, please. Oh my
Hometown
god.
village that
Oh my god, don't break me like this, man. Jesus Christ.
Sorry, making a model of his hometown and village that got destroyed in the sectarian fighting. He had finally made and painted all the buildings the right places and colour. There's some applause, but it's mostly polite interest. One day, weeks later, there's a fire at the game store.
Oh no.
Off hours. Nobody was hurt, but this guy's village model went up in flames.
Oh, Jesus, that's brutal, man. Oh my god,
heart.
That's actually...
James, why did we do this video?
That's actually... Oh my god, guys, I'm sorry. Like, that's... I don't think there's going to be anything worse than that. Jesus Christ, that's actually so bad.
Played with the same group for 25 plus years. I started playing when I was really young, still in kindergarten. Now a lot of them are in their 60s. More like family than just friends. We had a buddy who played with us for years, but had to move for work, die of a heart attack a few years back. We drank a toast and talked about the fun games we played with him. I know that it's going to happen more as time goes by. Being the youngest by 2 decades, I'm probably going to be the last one left.
What's going to happen when all the GOG nerds die out? You know, we're already seeing that. Like, if I be honest with you, let's be serious, there's a lot of nerds that don't really have the best of health. Gaiax is dead.
Yeah.
How many of those original people are going to die? And it's kind of, it's a weird one to think about, you know?
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to, like, hobby-related stuff, because it's still so relatively new within Legion. How long is it going to be before that, I don't have any other better term, but institutional memory be? Oh, actually, you know what? I'm probably gonna kick myself for doing this, but not just our Kickstarter is up at the minute. There's another Kickstarter it's from Blackmore. It's long lost original notes from the very first D&D campaign, and it's been combined into a book. The book's £100 though, and I don't really want to spend £100 on it, but it's not in print all the time. I know I'm showing something else whenever I really should be showing this, but actually I'll put a link to it down below. It is genuinely a really cool project, and if it's actually full of like original like handwritten notes and stuff, and it's really cool. It's such a cool project, and it's done really nicely. The book's very beautiful, but it is very expensive.
Yeah, well, understandably.
So, you know. But again, they aren't in print all the time. They did a print like last year of it, so this is the second print. Yeah. They're probably going to do another print in the future, and maybe I might pick it up at some point. But I think it's a really cool one, and something to check out. Again, check out my Kickstarter, because like, trust me, it's almost as good as that one. No, it's really not. But
it's good.
it's still worth picking up though. You know.
Hey guys, sorry for interrupting your video, but I'm sure you've already heard by now that we have our first ever Kickstarter up and live. It's the Gas Station Tabletop Role-Playing Sourcebook. It's got this many days left. I don't know how many days is left, but this is how many's left. It's a one-off print, so once this Kickstarter's finished, we don't intend to do another print. Unless
there's overwhelming numbers of people that really, really want it. We intend this to be a one-off thing. We might print it again in like 3-4 years time.
Who knows? But if you're interested, you can check out the video link below that's showing everything in it and everything you need to know about it. Thank you so much for your support and everyone that's pledged so far, and let's get back to the video. And today's lucky winner is this guy. Well done! Well done! To claim your prize, just send an email to Neckbeardia contact@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the video. Be me talks with a friend about playing RPG. We don't decide who will master. Doesn't mention I want, even though I do. We find others that want to play as well. One of them has dices and player's book. Feels good. We decide to play. We go to the meeting. GM barely knows the rules and fucks up. I had to master the combat. No problem, I think. The session was a wreck, but I keep quiet. Fast forward 2 weeks later. Session is a total wreck. Others think the same. GM simply stops his work. I say, well, no problem, maybe I can GM next time. Also say we should try another system. They agree. Alright. Fast forward to some weeks later. I decide to master an easier system so that they can understand how tabletop works. They add up some guy to play as well. The guy is a spoilt brat. No problem, I think. Suddenly he starts questioning me about the system I'm using. Yo, GM, this system you're using is a wreck, LMAO. I explain the best of the situation. The guy still doesn't accept. I say it's that system unless they bring a good argument for not being that system. Man, look, this book is more pages, man. Seriously, I tell him to fuck off. He leaves. Next day, wake up, one of them calls me and tells me there was a vote. I'm not GM anymore.
What?
I asked, why? What did I do? You're a tyrant, man. Triggered! They expel me from the group.
Oh, man.
My face went.
See, this is what gets me. We do so many stories about stuff like this, but from other perspectives. And sometimes I really do wonder what was actually going on from the other point of view. And that is one thing I think, let's be serious, we're not the best at socialisation. We're probably not the best at communicating, and it's a very communicative-based hobby. Oh. How do you go about that?
I know.
You know, and I know people have so much problem with this sort of thing, you know?
Group of 5 friends in high school. In order of meeting, we are 1 to 5. I am 4. 1 and 2 are BFs who met first. 2 has a little brother. Let's call him 2.5.
This is it makes sense though, actually. Yeah. I'm picking up on it.
Always wants to join our game of Legend of the Five Rings, but 2 tells him no. Finally, 5 and I convince 3 it would be a bad idea to let him join. It wouldn't be a bad idea to let him join, sorry. So he allows it if we supervise him despite 1 and 2 arguing against it. Run it as 2 of us are his Weebords, and he's a new samurai. Our mission is to deal with a town that got turned into zombies by a blood speaker. After a couple of sessions, 2.5 seems to have a good grasp and even kills a couple of zombies. Find the Weebword behind this bullshit and prepare to kill him. 1 and 2 decide now to betray us and join him. 3 on 3. GM did not anticipate this, but allows it despite it being pretty...
We can't say them words.
Hate crime words.
Yeah.
5 takes on the NPC. I face off against 1 and 2 fights 2.5. Fight to a bloody draw, where 1 and I stand back. 5 narrowly beats the Weebword, and 2 is about to kill 2.5. 2 pauses before he makes a finishing blow. You shouldn't have joined us. Spend a void point to increase my initiative. Beat his, and run forth to attack him. Obviously fail. He doesn't even get scratched and strikes me unconscious. 5's too fucked up. 2.5 is dead for sure. 1 sighs. I'll save him. 2 is this mad right now. Red-faced and glaring. The 2 wounded bushy square off and a round later it's over. 1 wins. And now we have 2 unconscious samurai and 3 wounded conscious ones. End session there. 1 and 2 argue afterwards, but eventually 2 stops being a word about it. Doesn't enjoy it, but stops trying to kill him. 2.5 becomes part of the group until the group dissipated due to growing old. Still talk to 1, 2.5, 3, and 5. But 2 is so far up his Russian wife's ass, he doesn't speak to any of us anymore.
Goddamn Russian wives! When was this thread from? 2019? I don't know what you know what, it's better off just not talking about that type of stuff. Let's just keep going.
Same old story. High school, college, living with the parents comes to an end. The group splits all over the country. We all try to continue playing online and do so a few times, but everyone starts getting new jobs with new hours, starting new social lives, or getting married and having families, and pretty soon it becomes impossible to game together. We all stay friends and keep in contact and talk about trying to game, but never find the time to do so together. We all find new groups, but the magic just isn't there. The chemistry is different. The players are less experienced. They hold different visions or expectations, and for love of the hobby, you compromise more and more of your own. Soon you find yourself wondering why you put so much time and effort into something you enjoy less and less. You learn that some of your old friends have given up the hobby entirely. Some tell you with sadness, but others with indifference. The time spent begins to put strain on your other relationships, and you start cutting back. Not investing so much of yourself, but harbouring a secret yearning for what was lost. Eventually you set aside, only wandering through the old books or looking at how it changed in your absence when the melancholy overtakes you, and then the dreams end.
I believe Captain Jean-Luc Picard said it best. It is better to have loved and lost than to have loved at all. Come cheer up, my lad. Come cheer up, my lad. It is better to have loved and lost. I don't know. I was listening to that song earlier, the Pogo Picard one. It was pretty funny. Guys, check it out. It's actually pretty. I like it. It's actually it jives. You know what I mean? But the message is still true.
Just want to let you know, James is singing that song constantly whenever we're not recording.
Cheer up, my lad. Come cheer up, my lad.
Have a girlfriend.
Oh, that's where it started.
You have a wife? That's where the trouble started.
Depressing story. Have a GF. Oh my god. Oh. Let's just do this, alright?
Have a girlfriend. Get a job in a town about 2 hours drive from hometown. Actual shit communications between those two cities. She has a good job in hometown. Can't move with me in any of these cities for now until we manage to have a stable life. From Monday to Friday, I have to work and live in a rented apartment there. Drive back to hometown during weekends and festivities. Girlfriend is kinda introverted. Girlfriend is kinda lonely there without me. She always loved when my friends and me were playing RPGs. She even joined some of those sessions. Suggest her to look for some RPG groups around town, since there are several. She ends up joining an RPG association. Great, now she can meet some people and friends. Stay tuned daily to her social advances and offer advices regarding role-playing games, especially about DMing. She always wanted to be the DM. She talks daily about her role-playing shenanigans. In fact, she only talked about her role-playing shenanigans. She only talks to me just to tell me some bullshit campaign idea or about customizing even more to her totally original anime player character.
I mean, look, can you really be that upset about it?
She has nothing else to do. Okay?
Look, you already said she's kind of introverted. I'm gonna assume kind of on the spur. You said, you know what this is like, Megan? What am I like? Whenever I find something I'm interested in, and you just kind of have to put up with me talking to you about it.
It's my life.
Yeah, like this is just what happens. Okay, you come across something. Oh, do you want to see my cool lock? Look at my cool lock, Megan.
I'm surprised you don't have a rock collection.
It's called the Silver Collection, actually.
Returning for the weekend. Meeting her is more and more difficult. I have an association meet up each Sunday morning. I can't go out with you at Saturday night. Okay. Oh, wonderful. We have some free days. Sadly, I already have an event for the association to manage, / I have to DM a game. Okay. Only see her twice a month. And because I assist to those damn tabletop cons or RPG public meetups to show her my support. Like, if she even acknowledged my presence in those events anyway.
It doesn't like it's going too good for you.
Anon, we seldom talk now, she says when almost every chat is filled with my messages trying to establish some kind of communication with her. Sorry, I was roleplaying / DMing, is always her answer. Friends from hometown tells me she's playing / DMing around 5 different campaigns during the week.
Okay,
oh my lord.
Would it be safe to say she might be on the spectrum? Probably.
Life continues and whatever. Let's play some games here in the other town's local game store. A little spark of joy burns inside me. Gather up some ideas for a campaign. Send them to my supposedly girlfriend for opinions, since I had to swallow all her RPG stuff before. Anon, do you think I've got time for your nerdy autistic stories?
Oh, okay.
It's literally me to James. James, I don't have time for your autistic stories.
Alright, you like my stories. You ask me what happened.
I know.
Do you ask me?
Now I just don't talk to her at all. 2 weeks after that, Sunday, I suffered the most catastrophic car accident I could imagine when driving to the other city. What bad luck I have. This time my mother was in the car that day too. I have broken one leg and one shoulder, besides some bruises. She has lost the vision from one eye. Days are spent in the hospital. Both of us are totally in tears. Girlfriend doesn't even call. Friends visit me. They said they told her about my accident. Girlfriend still doesn't call. Oh my god.
Like that, like honestly.
No, that's over.
Yeah, that's like you know what? It's kind of.
It was over before that.
Like it's kind of good that's happening because let's be serious. Like, see, this is what gets me. Like, Megan, like, what was your previous relationship like? You were with that fellow for what, 4 years, and it's like, why?
I know.
Like you have to. Like,
I know. I looking back and I'm like, why?
I think that's what happens, and same with me. Like, you know, honestly, see when you look at like relationships and like you knew that they were bad even at the time. Why did you just?
Because you were young and stupid. That's why.
Yeah, I suppose.
Finally, she sends me a message. It's some shit about what would be the best theme song for a character she's currently playing.
Oh my god.
I tell her what happened, hoping it was just my friends fooling around about telling her the bad news. Oh, I knew. I hope your mother's okay. I was going to visit you all in the hospital, but I have to DM tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning? So it's not...
Oh my god.
Okay.
For me, I'm not in a relationship anymore. In fact, I wasn't in one the moment she stepped in that sect of tabletop role-playing game maniacs. Ironically, if rumours are right, she's crying about how I'm not giving her any attention. Fuck her. Fuck all those sectarians. Sectarians?
Why? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Associations? I don't know.
Fuck that fucking redneck driver and fuck tabletop in general. I wish this wasn't true, and I fucking wish I wouldn't be rotting right now in a hospital trying to know the way to tell my mother that surely she will have to live with just one eye.
Jesus Christ.
God.
That is... So what was the most depressing story? I honestly think the Iraqi was probably the most depressing one. Like the guy that was working really hard on his wee village. Because that's just appalling, man. Like, that's absolutely appalling. This is just a shitty girlfriend, man. Like, you know, like, I don't care what anyone else say. It's the same with role-playing games. You're better off just not playing in a shitty group. And you're better off not playing at all. And same thing with relationships. You're better off just not going out with someone if it's just going to be shit. You know? Yeah. What else is there really to put on that? Like, you know, you see what it really gets me is see people that are like, they're in a relationship and it takes effort to be in a relationship. It shouldn't take effort. You know, that's the way I would view it. It shouldn't be like, oh god, this. You know what I mean? Like, that's just such the bad. It's not bad odd shit. It's just by mindset, and it's like this is just not a way to go about it. You know what I mean? It's
a relationship should be so easy that you have. Not that you have to be reminded. Like, I have to, like, when people say, oh, you're married, it's, oh, yeah, married. Yeah, but not in the fact of, oh, I'm out her and about. It's more like, oh, yeah, because it's so easy. Everything's just so easy. Yeah,
like, you know, there's no, like, what the fuck's the,
people are always like, oh, you need to put work and effort into your marriage. And it's like,
I think it comes naturally.
Naturally if you like that person enough, you want to put in that effort, and then at that point it's not effort because it's just normality.
And again, like, you know, how often do you need to do something before it becomes like a
habit?
It becomes a habit eventually, like, because that's just how you are. Like, what is it? I think you only need to do something like up to I think as little as like 5 times.
5 times for it to be a habit. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, what else is there to like say?
I know.
Like, you know, but yeah, they were pretty depressing. Not gonna lie. Check out our Kickstarter.
Yeah,
it's something to check out. Also, I suppose I did say it in the video, and I'm probably gonna hate myself for doing this, but again, it is a really cool book. Check it out. I'm personally not gonna buy it because it's a £100 book, and I know I'm not gonna play it, and it's more of just like an oddity. I think it's really cool, but I couldn't justify. I just couldn't justify spending £100 on a RPG book that I know I'm definitely not going to run. You know, that's all I can really say about that. Even if it is really cool, maybe sometime in the future, maybe I might pick it up. But like, you know, for now, probably not. But definitely check out the gas station after hours.
Check that out. Thank you for all the support. So far.
It's done amazingly well.
It's doing really, really well. Thank you so much.
Also, it's a really good test to see how we'll do this in the future. So I only thought we were going to get like 100 people. When you're at 300, well, probably at the time this video goes out, it probably will be over 300.
Yeah.
I thought we'd be lucky if we got 100 people interested in it. And I only put up 25 like early slots. So I think next time
do more.
I'll do.
So we didn't know how it was going to go. And first Kickstarter.
And also, when it comes to Kickstarter, I absolutely hate like stretch goals of we release so much money, I'll add this to the book and that to the book. It should have been in the book. It should have been in the book from day one. So therefore I'm just going to do like early. If you get in quick, you can get a cheap version of it. Like, it's the same book. The only other stretch goal I could think of doing would be like maybe add a ribbon to the book, like maybe up the quality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's honestly it. But like that's enough from us. Do you have any? Actually, you know what? I don't want to know. You know what? I don't want to do any depressing stuff.
I don't want to cry.
If you
feel like you need to vent in the comments, just vent.
Yeah, if you want to vent. But like, I mean, like, that was brutal. Like, I would say I hope you guys enjoyed, but fuck.
Yeah.
Like, we'll talk to you guys later. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
All those moments we lost in time.